Hey, what's going on YouTube? Just want to go over the current markets. Want to see what's going on with this Brexit bull, and looks like they're not going to post the results of, of the referendum to leave the EU until tomorrow morning. Which, in the boxing world, when the referees are taking forever to figure out what the decision is, it usually goes to the person that did not actually win. And they sit around trying to figure out how to rig the decision. So that's my take on it. Why would they wait until tomorrow morning to post the results? In my opinion, they're doing their rigging as we speak. We all know that the people want to leave the EU, but all we got is a bunch of unelected bureaucrats, carpetbaggers that are overpaid, paper pushers, and want to keep their cushy governance, global governance job. And all these, just a bunch of crap. But hopefully people will wake up, and I think that they are. Another thing that's horrible about this situation is no exit polls to have a check on the actual results of the election. So you got to figure the whole thing's rigged. We all got to wake up. Got to stop pandering to these bureaucrats who think they rule over us and don't apply to the law. So here's the dollar and the volatility. You can see the higher low, double bottom, higher low, flat top break, gapped. This is a 60-minute chart. You can see the volatility. Right now we're above previous highs. So 60 minutes looks like we're changing trend. Go to 5 hour. See volatility all last night. It looks like it was falling, came back up, falling, came back up, popped. Soros comes out and says, if they vote to leave the EU, then there's going to be a bloody Friday market. It's like, give me a break. That guy should be in jail too. Here's the daily. So it looks like we bounced off of 93, which was pretty much strong support resistance line from previous. You can see a break below 93. I mean, looks like a pretty bad fall. And we've been down there once before, but right now it's holding. And we had a little gap up. Gap and run. Build the other gap. Let's see what happens though. Overall, I think the dollar's bearish. You can see the channel right here. So we've got an opposing line on the channel. We've got opposing lines on the top part of the channel. Looks like it hit the top part of the channel and backed off. Showing the weekly chart, we got the same-o, as it came down, tried to break previous lows and drop. It bounced, right, on the shorter term, came back on a weekly and hit resistance and backed off. See that now. So right now we do not have a close on a weekly chart above the EMA 8. Therefore, it is bearish. I am still waiting from this. Now that we have tapped a higher low, I am now going to be waiting to break this previous high and tap the natural course, the SMA 34. So there we have it. Then on a monthly, coming up on next week, coming up on a monthly close. Let's see how that happens here. Still bearish on monthly. So look for that 93. Sooner or later, it's going to be tapped out and broken down. So see what happens. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. I've been working way too hard, and I don't want to go over too much, make some mistakes. But here's going to the S&P. See the volatility. There's a 5-hour chart. Let's look at the 60 minutes by the hour. You can see the pretty much bull run most of the day and yesterday, last night. But you see now as it tapped its high, it broke a flat top break, right? So you're thinking, oh yeah, this thing's bullish. Brexit's gonna, the Brits want to stay in, blah 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 blah. Who knows what's going on? But the markets, I think, the market manipulators have an excuse right now to manipulate the markets as much as possible and as hard as they can at this moment, because they're still waiting on these decisions. And I mean, look at the flat top break. All right, normal bullish pattern. Boom, flat top break, all the way to 2120, and just you know, what is that? All the way down to 2050. Really, really tough stuff to, if you're a trader, to know that it's going to do something like that. But pretty nasty on the downside on this one. Let's check higher up, 5-hour chart. See the volatility again. Like I said, that U pattern right across the 34 on a 5-hour chart did pop, but did not hold and is now below. And as far as I'm concerned, it's broken the uptrend. Right? Here's a reverse head and shoulders. It did break out, made its measured move, came all the way back and broke down, and made a lower low as far as it is from here. That double bottom was broken. This one was broken. Didn't close down here, but it made its way pretty high. So let's see if this is a dead cat bounce. As it's bouncing now, see if it'll just come back, swing back around, and break previous low at 2050. Dead cat bounce is just real, like, I mean, just take a stiff dead cat and bounce off the concrete. That's what you're looking at right here, I think. Deutsche Bank, keep it short and sweet. You can see the bounce, see the channel. It is squeezing in a pattern. Let me draw the pattern for you. There's down. The bottom. Like this pattern, right? It's going to swing and swing and swing and swing, corkscrew, 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 and pop. Looks like a accumulation pattern as it has come down really hard, bounced, made an opposing point, and accumulated ever since. Consolidation, accumulation, whatever you want to call it. Making this pattern, anything outside this pattern, trade it. Deutsche Bank does not look good, but this is a weekly chart. Could be a bottom for it, but I think on a monthly you can see we're below previous. Hang on. Previous lows are right there, 19. So we're below previous lows. You can see the reversal bars on a monthly. The hammer, inverted hammer, hammer, and then we got a dragonfly doji so far this month. Lots of reversal bars on the bottom here. Maybe the other banks have secretly picked up 70 trillion worth of derivatives in the past. Who knows? Certainly not telling us. Germany, 10-year bond, same thing as Deutsche Bank. Nice bounce. That's a 5-hour chart. You can see that U pattern right over the 34. You can see the reverse head and shoulders, not much of a right shoulder, but it popped. You can see that U here, flat top break, boom. It's like clockwork. Happens every time, right over the 34. Held its position on the bottoms. Triple bottom there. Flat top break, take a break. And then you can see after the break, you can see the run, and then the institutions, the buyers, all sitting on the bed, bringing it down, and then the next candle, they let it run. And it's likely to reach the top there. So when we first started watching this a few days ago, it was at 1.5 cents. So it's almost at 10 cents. I mean, what a run, right? It's pretty nice. Gold. You can see on the long term, the reverse head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We'll do a little pop, came down, consolidated, made a bullish piercing pattern, pop, and then we bounced off of the 8. And it's looking good. There's no breakdown. It tried, and they pulled it down as much as possible, and just like a slingshot, pulled those bands back as far as possible, and then they let it go. And hopefully the continuation will continue through tomorrow as we can hit that 13, break 13, close above 13, break this double top at 1303, make new highs by Friday. No problem. Silver, on the other hand, that right shoulder is taking a lot longer, and silver usually lags. You can see on the 5-hour, it's still trying to figure out where it wants to go. Hopefully it'll figure it out. Actually, let's go back to gold. Check out 5-hour. You can see there's a pop into the natural course of resistance, the 34. Look for more consolidation, maybe another, maybe some sideways action, maybe another dip, make it a poison point, a higher low, and then make a run. So watch for that. And see the volatility on the 60-minute. They tried to take it down. Pull that thing back as far as possible and let it run. Pretty nice. Pretty volatile. So, in other words, the 60-minute chart has changed trend. So, 5 hours needs a lot of work. Needs to get above the trend. Trend is my 34 SMA. On the daily, you can see the bounce right off of the 34. Perfect clockwork. Let's look for previous high breaks on this. I mean, it can do it in a day. It can do it by the end of the month. It's looking healthy. Gold is healthy, unless something odd happens. It's never guaranteed. Just use your technicals. Previous lows, you might want to bow out. But it's nice. Back to silver, you can see how it's struggling, but pretty volatile still. This was in the middle of the night, came back down, blah, 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 blah. Gap down during the morning, I think it was. Can't remember. but then it took it down like a slingshot. Let's look at the miners. Make sure that we're okay on the miners before we leave. Like a 5-hour, it's skating the trend. 60 minutes, we're below trend. So we need, on a 60-minute, we need to start moving our way back up. I know a lot of equities saw a push down at the end, which is normal. Lots of buyers selling because they're not sure what's going on. So by tomorrow morning, if everything's cool again, everything will buy up. And look for a previous high break at 2560 on a 60-minute chart. Take a wave, a few hours, rest of the day. Looks like in a 5-hour we're working on a bearish retracement. But you never know. I don't see any reversal bars. Looks like a consolidation right over trend. We see that a lot sometimes. Looking longer term, we see the reverse head and shoulders. A nice bounce over the 34. Let's close for tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's close above the EMA 8 at least. Let's close above previous highs at the most. And heck, who knows? I mean, anything could happen, but we're only, what, 80 cents from the previous high. Use the previous highs as your support. Use the gap as your support. Use this resistance as this gap right here as resistance. Get above that gap. Get above our previous high. I think we're golden. 80 cents, no problem. Make new highs for the week. Let's see what happens. Everything's holding up together. Same thing on GDXJ. I'd rather own GDXJ though, as far as it goes with what's in the GDXJ compared to GDX. As far as I know, the biggest mining stocks are like 30% of the GDX, whereas the GDXJ more encompasses a larger portion of the market. So that's why I would consider GDXJ over GDX. Anyways, that's it. Can I keep it kind of short? I noticed that my videos are getting longer and longer and longer, and less people are watching them, so let's keep it short. But there we have it. So I guess tomorrow morning we have to wait another day. I thought Thursday was the day, but now we have to wait until tomorrow before they release the results. But just remember, we all know it's rigged. They're not going to let their global elite governance just go away because a bunch of people want to vote. It's not going to happen. And I think we should all realize that. A referendum. I mean, what is that? Can we ask to leave your union? That's a joke. They're not going to let them leave. They're going to do everything they can to hide the results, the actual results. They're already canceling the exit results, the exit polls, to make sure that the exit polls are statistically measuring up to the actual results. And if they don't, then they can see actual voting fraud. But if you don't have exit results or exit polling, you can't tell. There's no way to tell. And I mean, they're halfway to stealing the election, the referendum, whatever it is. So keep your heads on straight. Take previous lows and bow out, or take previous highs and take a ride. That's all I can say for this next week. See you guys.